So for the example that uses a 3D scanned object in it, I've used an app called Qlone. Please be aware that there is a cost to exporting your scans from Qlone. So if you do want to use the 3D scan method and the Qlone app for this project, you will have to pay for the pro version of Qlone. It really varies in price. It might be different to in this video that I'm showing you, depending on if there's an offer on. If you don't want to purchase it, or for whatever reason that's not the route you want to go down, you can still follow one of the other tutorials that shows you how to get a model or an image into your artwork. So just keep that in mind. I personally choose to use Qlone for this because it is available for both Apple and Android devices. And it also, you don't need the most up-to-date model for it to work. Like, it kind of works with some older phones as well. So I find it useful to use this when I'm teaching and I'm showing other people how to do it, because I don't know what device you're following along with. So it's good to have something that is pretty accessible on most devices. However, dependent on what device you have, there may be something that's more suitable for you, especially if you have one of the newer iPhones. They've got some very good 3D scanning apps available. So don't necessarily use Qlone just because I've said, but it is the most compatible across multiple devices, particularly older ones. So let's go ahead and have a look at 3D scanning in Qlone, jump into it, and you'll be able to see how it works. So this is what you'll see when you first load up the app. Tap on Let's Get Started and follow the various tooltips to start your first scan. There are two types of scanning available, and it will ask you which one you want to use, with the Qlone mat or without it. You do not need the Pro subscription to scan with the mat. However, remember that you will still need to purchase the Pro subscription if you want to export your model to use in this particular AR artwork that we're making. So here I'm scanning using the Qlone mat, which you can download and print at any size, whatever's suitable for the object that you're scanning. Qlone will recognize the mat and place this dome over your object. Make sure your entire object fits inside the dome. When you're ready to scan, press the red circle record button in the top right. And then as you move around the object, segments of the dome will start to disappear. The goal is to complete the whole dome, then your scan will automatically start processing. You can improve the result of your scan by adding another view. So you can turn your object over and complete the process again. Qlone will automatically merge the two results to try and get a better idea of the object. There's also a number of editing tools available directly within the app that you can use to clean up and just generally alter your scan if you want to. Getting a good scan might take you a few goes. As you can see here, some definitely come out better than others. Try to ensure that you have good, even lighting and take your time rather than rushing to finish. Patience can result in a much better scan. And also you might want to experiment with the difference between you moving around the object or rotating the mat rather than you moving, because one might be easier or get better results than the other. The alternative to using the Qlone mat is the without a mat option. If you try to select this before you've upgraded to premium, you will be prompted to upgrade. Remember that you do need the Pro subscription if you want to export your scans. Of course, you don't need the premium subscription if you just want to keep your scans within Qlone itself. So you can download the app and have a play around and do some scanning for free. You don't have to pay until you want to start exporting models. So the without a mat process is almost identical to with the mat, but you have more freedom with the size of the dome because you place it yourself. Like the other scanning method, it can take a few goes to get a good scan. Try to have lots of space to move around the object and a plain background, and again, like good even lighting across the object. Once you've completed your scan and you need to export it, you go to the export page. There's a kind of little box and an arrow. You click to export. On the export page, set your model to low poly using the switch on the left. That's going to make it a smaller file size and more simplified, so it's going to work better and load faster. And then you want to select the GLB format. So we're exporting in GLB. Once you've chosen that as your preferred format, you'll get the pop-up basically saying, how do you want to save this? What do you want to do with it? You might want to email it to yourself, or you might have another preference like using AirDrop or Google Drive or something like that. But once you choose your format to export, it'll give you that option to send it to yourself. So after you've finished your scan and exported it from Qlone as a GLB file, you need to have it on your computer ready to use in the next step of these tutorials. You don't need to be able to open the file, you just need to have it ready and accessible on your computer so that it can be uploaded to AR.js Studio to turn into your AR artwork.